Hello, everyone. Long time no chat. What's the difference between an ethical and unethical hierarchy in non monogamy and polyamory? Well, the biggest difference is honesty, openness, and communication. I meet a lot of folks where they have bought into a lot of hype that any sort of hierarchy, any sort of labeling, any of that is innately unethical. But why does that exist? Well, a lot of people have encountered undiscussed presumptive hierarchies. So they get into a relationship with someone who has another partner, and suddenly they're being told that their relationship has boundaries, rules, and regulations that they never agreed to. Suddenly they're being told their relationship is lesser. But having a hierarchy isn't necessarily some horrible thing. It depends on what the individuals involved want. So, if Tammy wants to be in a relationship, but only wants to experience a romantic, intimate connection, doesn't want to entangle, has very clear needs and expresses them to John, her partner, about what those things look like, what she's looking for, then John might be able to say to her, I absolutely hear that. This is the level of entanglement I want. They may or may not use the words secondary, primary, anchor partner, tertiary, comet, whatever, but what they're communicating is this is what I can do, this is what I need, and asking, what do you think, and what do you need? It's a forthrightness. There's nothing wrong with being secondary. It actually doesn't mean you're lesser. Having different prioritization levels is just a part of life. Sometimes, if we are heavily entangled, that means our prioritization will be different. So, if you have kids with someone, it's gonna be a bit more enmeshed. You're co parenting. You are both participating in certain acts. If you are a third who's part of co parenting, that's more enmeshed as well, or however it looks. But that would be different than, say, Tammy goes to John's, hangs out with him, his wife, their family on the regular, has for years, but Tammy and John go out on a date every week. They have an overnight. But that's about their arrangement. It's not that they don't care about each other. They do everything a normal couple does. They take trips together, they spend time together, they have their dates. She's fairly integrated. And that's perfectly fine. But she doesn't identify as a primary partner, and neither does John. Now, this opens a very good question. What if you feel someone is your primary partner and they don't feel the same? Or you feel like you're the secondary partner, but your partner thinks you're a primary or a comet, or a lot of polyamorous, a lot of non-monogamous folks struggle with those conversations philosophically, ethically, and sometimes people hide around uh, anarchy and a lack of labels and those sorts of philosophies to actually avoid the hard conversations. It's absolutely okay if you are not hierarchical in any way, shape, or form. But I think either end of the spectrum, you have to be honest about how life might pressure that into you. When a loved one is sick, when someone wants a particular type of relationship, if someone feels that they want certain things and so do you, that might inadvertently create hierarchy. But you owe it to yourself, your partners, everyone, but most importantly, you, to recognize that it's okay to have a hierarchy. It's okay to have a priority list. So long as you are open, so long as you are compassionate towards everyone, and so long as you're not only expecting people to listen to your boundaries, but you're listening to theirs. All right, this is another one from clinically Hierarchically Polyamorous, Naturally Black. I'm Dee. Check out some other videos on the channel, and I hope that your journeys are peaceful, beautiful, and as positive as I hope your week has been.